See, like, I was thinking this morning, when we are every walk of our life, right? We are leaving our footprints. And but life is so continuous, right? We never had to trace it back. We never have to trace back our footprints. But what happens because we are not allowing that life to flow naturally and freely? We are always stuck in the past. We are always tracing our footprints back. Oh, this happened. These people affected my life. So many things. We are always living in the past. And that's why we never kind of going forward, moving forward. We are always tracing back our footprints. And these footprints are nothing but in heartfulness language. We call it impressions. The Hindi word for it is samskara. Correct? So we are always living back, bringing back these samskaras, impressions, the past into the present. And that's why we are not allowing the life to flow. See, if at all the river, where is the river going to merge into? Into the ocean. Correct? But river is flowing because it is never have to trace it origin back. Trace it back. So the goal of the river, if at all there is a goal, to merge into the ocean, it is happening naturally just by allowing that flow, isn't it? It doesn't have to do anything. So the goal happens. Because we are always tracing back, we are always moving back instead of moving forward. Apparently, it appears the life is moving, we are aging, we are celebrating birthdays after birthdays, but we are still living in the past. Right? So that's the challenge of allowing ourselves to move forward. That means we have to leave everything back. That's why I like Daji's article for this July 24th. Let go, he said. The love, the true essence happens only when we let go. Why we have to let go? Because now I have to leave the past. That is the non-attachment. Unless I leave the past, I cannot move forward. I seem to be walking forward, but I'm always tracing back. It's like the dog chasing its tail. Now we have a new puppy. I know what it means really because I see it day in and day out. It's always chasing its tail. It's going in circles. Right? So that's the challenge. How much ever we are cleaning, we are bringing it back. How much ever we think meditating, we are meditating only on the past. We are meditating on the divine essence, the goal itself. But we are always tracing it back. And we are worried, oh, I have so many thoughts in our meditation. Why are we getting thoughts? Because we are tracing back. It almost become a compulsive, nature of the mind. So we become very compulsive about the past. Though we have a future. So that's why when we are doing the cleaning, it is very important to understand what exactly we are cleaning and why we are cleaning. If we are really moving forward all the time, not tracing our past back, we never have to do cleaning. In fact, Babaji said there will be a state you achieve in spiritual in spirituality where there is no cleaning required. But we are cleaning, and day after day in and day out, we are cleaning and cleaning and cleaning because we are always tracing back. And it doesn't seem to be helping us because we are bringing it back again. Yes, Cliff?
Yes. Well, talking about going back, when I meditate, I would say that it feels pretty much like the previous one. Maybe there might be some subtle differences, but it feels pretty much like the same set of feelings that I had before.
Yes.
So is that going back?
In meditation?
Yes.
Meditation is a different thing. So meditation is all about moving forward. But in a sense, when we are meditating, that's why I always say, don't meditate to get rid of something. Meditate to be with something. If the idea of meditation is to be with this essence, it keeps refining. It keeps on refining. As it refining, for some time it appears to be the same, but when it gets refined, like I said, right, all the cognition is through some difference. When there is a contrast, we cognize. Once that contrast goes away, it appears to be the same. But appearing to be the same means we are in the same level. If there is a contrast, either we are moving back or moving forward. But moving forward, that contrast becomes more subtler. Moving backward, the contrast becomes more heavier. We'll know it. If it is staying the same, yes, it has to stay the same because we have to get used to that condition for some time. That some time could be 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, depending on our mental, physical, and other conditions. It stays the same for a while and then it moves towards the subtle. So here in meditation, if the stagnation is there for a long time, that means you have to take more sittings with the preceptor, meditation sessions with the preceptor. But if you seem to be moving, keep doing it and take once a week or twice a week with the preceptor. Right? So that's or once in 2 weeks. So, but if you are cleaning and cleaning, but every day we have to, feel heavy even after the cleaning, that means we are tracing our steps back. So that's why it is very essential to understand the spiritual life is always to move forward. What happened in the past have no significance. Why it happens to me, you can brood over it all your life. You are not going to find the answer why it happened to you. Okay? So we have to always keep moving forward. Lot of things will happen, good, bad, ugly, but it doesn't matter. For the moving forward in the life, what happened in the past doesn't matter. What happened even 5 minutes ago doesn't matter. Can I change it? I cannot change it. Do I have to feel guilty about it? That's your choice. But we have to move forward. So that's why all these scriptures, and when they talk about non-attachment, it is not about leaving the family, leaving the children, and go away into some forest in some esoteric idea. That's not going to work. But we can become that non-attached individual in this life while attending to all our duties. That's why all our scriptures, all our past in the sense, all our spiritual teachers from the past and present are always telling, do your duties to its perfection. Attend to them as if this is your last duty. That means you have to do it. You have to give yourself, put all your energies into everything you are doing and keep moving. So, unless we give ourselves in every act, we cannot keep moving forward. Anything undone haunts us. So, what is the past is the things undone. So, our past impressions are things undone. That's why it creates that emotional baggage. Anything undone creates an emotional baggage. But we have to get rid of this baggage also. So that's why we have to do this cleaning to get rid of this baggage so that I can move forward. That's why Babaji always said, without cleaning, meditation is not possible. But what is done, right? We cannot change it, but at least we have to clean that impression so that we can move forward. So that is the importance of cleaning. So unless we understand, recognize this importance of cleaning and do it every day religiously, there is no moving forward. So that's all I want to say today. So any comments, questions? If not, we can get into meditation. Yes.
Generally, when we think about the past, the tendency is to go probably 10 years back, 20 years back. But I was just thinking what I did yesterday or 2 days back, I still hold on to something like that. We don't address that, and past means we just tend to go back like many, many years ago. You have anything to say about that?
Yeah, past, anything is past. The moment I say it is now, it's already past. So it is, how far you go doesn't qualify your past. Even yesterday is a past, right? So we have to keep moving. So anything you feel undone, we have to drop it because now we cannot go and change it. So drop it and move forward. So that's why the 10 maxims which Babuji laid out, that's why I want everyone to understand it in proper sense, what these 10 maxims are and how to apply them in your life, right? So before I go to bed, all undone things I have to feel, okay, forgive me for not doing it. So the lack of a better word, they said, forgive me for all the wrongs done, knowingly, unknowingly. And I don't think anyone will do anything unknowingly. So knowingly only we are always doing. But that's a remedy. Okay, today I am supposed to do this, but I have not done it. But at least I will not repeat it. Resolve yourself and go to bed. So we have to have a closure. We have to have a closure before we go to bed. So that's why this heartfulness system is designed in such a way that you're all day, if I can adhere to as much as possible, there is no strict rules here. There's no strict regime, right? But we, for our own benefit, these are some guidelines are given. These are not some don'ts. These are the guidelines. So once you pick up these guidelines and try to implement it, it becomes a practice. Once it becomes a practice, every day you can have a closure before you go to sleep. So the next day you start afresh with no baggage of the past. So that's how we have to mold our life. So this practice of spirituality is not following some guru, not following some regime, or not following some do's and don'ts. Nothing of that sort. Spiritual life is a very natural life. And it has to flow naturally. We put a lot of obstacles to that flow because of our own misunderstanding of life. right? So these are the guidelines. We have to take this guidance and mold our life. So it's a constant practice and working on it without stressing yourself, of course. If you're stressing yourself, that means there is something wrong. Okay, even for a good thing, if you're stressing yourself, there is something wrong. It has to be done with ease. Okay. All right.
Well, Shrikant,
Yes.
and also, when we try to have our body get rid of the impressions,
Yes.
like you say, that's through smoke, right? Through the form of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, I don't know, I just try to picture like smoke, but it's kind of hard to do that.
No, there's no smoke. It's like you're saying all these impressions are evaporating out of your system. Just to kind of give a visualization for that evaporation. So what is that coming out when the water is evaporating from a boiling vessel? It appears like a smoke, right? So it was just a way of expressing as if the vapors are coming out, right, in the form of smoke. Similarly, all these impressions are leaving your system. The impressions are leaving your system. They doesn't have to be smoke. It's just a way of expressing it.
Okay.
They are evaporating like a smoke from the vessel when the water is boiling, right? It's like that. It's just a way of expression, but there is not any smoke going out.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.